na yeka ye ya akakabensem ahia nkontonchisem ne nabrabasem barima akukodurufo anenfefo mema ekamfo ne mema yo no o katachie afrifa mensa atenase obi nsi obi na ofoforo nyidie onte ya asutire eye for the record bompempen na tweben Ghana foforo no aben na ye hyen de awu so wo men na tweben aha ye for the records aha na ye de nia ahompopo anim kano kure se de tie kire tumi Ghana man kan kro ne timamufo adwene foforo ye adroni de ye pleja ye kana nenso ehia sa ye ka na ye ka ye ya akakabensem ahia nko bema ne ho ayehu ahunehu na kwatwa mansa oboa ono no nipa ne ye na ma ye de hunu no aye bi dandim sa ye gu so ye obesan aye bi ewu okatachie afrifa mensa tisire kwabnafo a odi ne mama sem okono okunyini kofo bekwen a wako adi nkontonchi ne anadwoma na sem so sakati mpobi a wokono ana wo so mebe ma pra wo matekema pen atopiti bia kontonchi amframa jampanzudu entumuntutu mensa brampa otu aninsam bojapum ahuntu ajodu pon kwame ato apoma jatabruwa na chiame poma okantinka kantanka okokuloko okodurufu sentrefu mu bomofo nanti amra okuma bopon didiame okatachie afrifa mensa atenase jiadwa na tie no dia wu
Amor, fire.
Amuna fwanka se bedun kana madane mwa. Hwe ahin agbewi. En awona fofri awona kromba nkran ma no madane nkwasiafo. Ote awona fwanka se bedun kana madane mwa. Hwe ahin agbewi. En awona fofri awona kromba nkran ma no madane nkwasiafo. Ote get we yakwasia. Na mo wonchirim na otumfo akoto ka afoforo. Se otumfo frantuma every weekend bi o frantuma afoforo. Adentina mo nka se mo ho chirim okuma ase. Sika kokko otantofo ne yankwasiafo. Yene mfantofo ye bi yejimo. Mpese me ko Western region. Ahantafo no omo de magimi times 2. Ahantafo no de omo gimi no plus 30. Western region omo kura de kan. Oti Elmina, oti Cape Coast, oti Commander, oti Mankesim, oti Saltpond, oti Aya Winneba, oti Aya all the way to Asendompim, Aya Fosu Central, ututia NDC we aboa. Oho ko he omo gu Cape Coast wo, omo gu Asen ho no mo ko he. Mfantofo ne yankwasiafo, yene mfantofo ye bi yejimo. Mpese me ko Western region. Ahantafo no omo de magimi times 2. Ahantafo no de omo gimi no plus 30. Western region omo kura de kan. Oti Elmina, oti Cape Coast, oti Commander, oti Mankesim, oti Saltpond, oti Aya Winneba, oti Aya all the way to Asendompim, Aya Fosu Central, ututia NDC we aboa. Oho ko he omo gu Cape Coast wo, omo gu Asen ho no mo ko he. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ye de obeye jiri. Osum nyame amfo wagene sum. Muhammad obalo kuta Quran. Muhammad oba asase so kuta ya wono kuta Quran. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ye de obeye jiri. Osum nyame amfo wagene sum. Muhammad obalo kuta Quran. Muhammad oba asase so kuta ya wono kuta Quran. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ukora na ekuta na waje hu no ukokuro bi so bi ko toilet. Ye de obeye jiri. Osum nyame amfo wagene sum. Muhammad obalo kuta Quran. Muhammad oba asase so kuta ya wono kuta Quran. Ukora na ekuta William ni mumpa wo wiase nyina ye showa masarai bebediza ne Corinthians onimdie wo nyina ontumi san ba yare. Ankan Williams ono so ne ba no so aboda mo se den osora no ate chain we ni kwate sia te se mire edidi nkwasi asem on TikTok was Duncan William wa bomb pa we asi nyina de brofo abo ontumi san ba yare na mo mogimi ara men say table agotena court a bank board so we wie sika tetram o de nam Ghana osoro na o hye Igbo curtains reverend obofo se hwan ne nine say Egyptian pen o de nkwasi afo mu de echi wagigi mu sika nyina koto phantom and o ka kire mu say osom no eya azan obinim o de mo ho akosi estate and the software we jai di no nam ho estate mu sika na ogidi say mo agimi asofo azanfo business for afawa oba no phone chemi and why can see chemi I said if Somalia e kuro bia de friend in kinkinsu and de bae and the otwa hwa na fono somewhere Jimmy of Fidelity Bank Stand Chart na Barclays momo obe 30 or Western Union well wa hwe avenue ni nyina de biegu so odiska ne beba obodam oil punk say akoko kodwa and my sister is sponsoring me and the DM say if Jimmy kono ha wo nyini chemi o abodu say Burkina Faso ojain arimi yawo
I'm on fire. How many minutes into it? I'm on fire. Hallelujah. Movie, General. That's General. General. And you go feed Honti. I was and over the place go view. Oh, my boy, you are General. The General. I go for Philo Chromo. Sir. Majibabia. I don't Majibabia. President. Make president. Me Bumaino. And one a month for every home. It's what I show no. They say, I never de say, Mebano, a Monday, Wednesday, as a Mecasavia, as a trema month for real movie. Yes, sir. Now for movie who we are near for Fraba. And then we are Saba. And also the Abeka Bia. And your friend go see Saturday. One by one. And you know, now my journalist for the Bia Juma. Our more year. Exactly. My mom was council. You say you three journalists for Munkoka de Chi, Munkodina Tem. Hey, I Paka Wilson or your Pania dear. Yeah, Biba, Mumambu. Why? They say, "Mem when you Juma swaye." Some can be annoyed, a Beba Mukakra. So go after him. Muko did not tell when you are there. One destroy one factory. Many met me here. Macreati. They say journalists for one day into 1 week, one factory. Now, when I was Sunday, deck at the Petra, never Sunday. We intellectual firepower and a mayaba. Makabibi also position the same. We are a nation of laws. I was here. Yes, I know. Who my children may magane. Some will say a kabi. Namin kabi. Now, if a kabi, I don't know where the between. And then a woman. And no, she best says soon. You bet she has why. Because you say, or matter shock. It ye best says so. Simsubio. Ewa ba yes, Simso. And then you may bomb so. Uncle, my answer sorry. It's Omugusu didn't want him crew. You know, Omoka. I was ya. Omugusoka. Omusika the Chena day. And the ammonia ready, and then the other cross to change the aban. Fire. More fire. Deck. Catch almost at the aban and a switch and the aban. I was ya. And Tiabedin Como. And Tinano, I said, you may catch them as a binding a scammer by. The Nipa Bebrenua, Mona Moya Namose, and people in the Bukolongo for. It's Yadian the Keda, Yadian the Jamboree, Yadian, hey, what's a hey, you two boy, were your young cool. After a revolution for no, I was ya. They said one more, and I said, one more fun titles and a good moso. doctor ayi ni ade e me na no ba ko yi de ko wie mo anim sam nya sa dek e na no de se de ko wie ya anyame ye yadom ye nya sa anka ne ya no ho ye wie ye ne se ba ko de a typewriter sorry a computer tanko computer wono so ye ne ade ye pagya ne de ne ba ye no nipa be nan ya omo ye ndc fu a doctor ne professor de omo so a say wo mo nko school nko sua ahwe eno so ne ye be kire ne abusa GTEC omo mandate ne say at 1023 no settle ya GTEC no wo mo mandate ne say ye be hwe you know ye wi a ne abusa ni nyina ye be di san komo no me MPP say na no mi di jan gu omo so eno sabo so mo munamuna omo ni mo mfa me ho Oze enko ba bia wo hwe ani ade na ye twamada pa ebitimi twamada pa wo mo se wo video so a wo ba fie ha wo be kan ye no ebi wo ho ye be ba mo machi enti o kano na woni nyansa se wo bo sa videos ne kira da sane dia ani ada sane be hunu se ka de chiri wo ye no korefo ebi wo na ban mu no wo kan bi ma anya bi bo na nim nyansa ni
bisebio
what is special sin ani wo ye ni ade wo didi matem no wo didi matem no ana na adwene mu no ate sa asa wanti no was me ya me bo video sini bia ma mo hu se o ba ensem a be kan ye na me kan ensem ni bi kire maban na eduru momo ne yeso na me ka bia kire mo dia mo se me kan bi na anu nti se me kan foforo tia mo aban dia be hypocrite na to hypocrite na se wa adwene ne mo ha kosua on tia se na adwene mo ha papa bi January eti GTEC ye be kwa akwohwe MPP reforms no aba ye di hu nkomo Frank Davis ni ade ejo se wusu ne se we chairman of the reforms in the be ana omo se ye koto aba ne dabe ye beto ne he na ye dane no abutu ye de free soro ba fom ana ye de be free fom akosoro eno nso na se kire ne nkire mu beba na youth no kura no wan ne beto aba wo he wan mu ne ye makwa mo nso abeka ho am ya to aba ye Cadbury member bia ana se ye bie mu makakra beka ho na ye progressive ye de be expansion de be ni nyina ye be kire mu ha why MPP ni ye be kire mu ye to aba ne ntem January and October na mra constitution ne kura of the MPP no e de na eka say ye opposition ya nto aba da be ne eno no de wo mu ye no ebu mra so ana mra no na ye di so ye be kire mamanfo na tiase ye koi no ayi coordinators no omu ye dodo say ene ye dodo say na e be ka ho Hashi madam semo ayi ayuba ene adumensam adumens ene ade franka jemensam Bismarck owuso omo amaka Bismarck ayibiboa ene anti adumo ni ade ewo ayiwiamo ase san ne de beka ho enkansa boache mo san ne de beka mo ne nyina ye bekirim Emmanuel Pone Charles Boache mu nyina Dawuta Abre age mu nyina no emo so Kennedy ni ade mu nyina ye bekirim Alimatu ni wono pe no oba wo ye coordinator coordinators 34 ni nyina ye bekirim na se say no kura constituency executives no mu ye do say chairman Dansco general secretary Israel first vice Agnes second vice ni ade mu ye do say ye de say ne beba beka ho organizer no poku frefre wa ye ni ade youth organizer alpha mu ye de say na beka mo ho research and elections say ne ye no Efrempo no nkrofo ne say ne ye no Bernard Ajimai deputy youth no say ne de beka mo ho ye be kirima mmanya ni nyina wa why a women's organizer why ye ne ade say Cindy wo call ye ne de mod wo no ababesie ni nyina ye be kirim ammanya ntiase et mu benya the understanding here
precisely
ti mamu nko bia why
no
mu wie nso a general say na no ni ade ayi mame ayi vice president mami omu ani ye no say wo to nkra ma Donald Trump say ni ani ade na owie ye no ana ayi president mama nso South African president you call ye ni ade no no so akoka bie ani ade ni ewie ye no okuje to ablakwa ai mirror of justice the true say mirror of justice wo ye ni head of state okuje to the true the head of state wo ko so ye the baba city ni mo no General eti wono nso no wokoto yini ade na America force dey omo de ban ato Ghana force ana afa no mo consider omo Ghana ni bia ntukwa ma America ebadio ye be hwe ni nyina why ya kosie ani ade ye be discuss general ba ku ye na anum ko kan no kura na e passing comment na mamenka mo se ambulance fo ade no ye nwie
the bidda
ne mom no we no hwe se abu apayo wo mo mpesa ambulance asem ye be kan nti no no mo sheda ko show ba ku nim so mo ye no mo so Sharaf na wa ko kan asem general anukura na ye passing comment ana o mo ye na ese no o maka amena ko wiese afa de me mmra tum nchene no wo ye nka me jai me meka ye no ayi no ana Sharaf se wo ye no no kofa ayi ne wofa ne nek danso eje danso confidence so mi anamba no
exactly
etu wo ye na confidence frame ye ana wo ye se nek danso abiam danso skani no ana wo ye no se ye brade papa na de na me wo fa ase aframe se wo ye masere na me se confidence no kura wo ha madwene wo no nek dan wo ye se ne nua ba ne lodina eti wo ba no abeka kire me se ja me nua ba ne de yi frame me se wo nua ba ma yi na frame ane na no ba no se me wo fa ase no so se wo no won ka wonti me ya na se ne wo fa ase no so kami afa mi yi wo fa ase afiri mu a de me ti ya ne se we sori a ye bebo na wo ka bie wa ne be se nam se da bi enwrenwa de ha ya fa ma edi confidence so de wo ya no wo fa ase de wo no nya me target na mum ye busa governance ho asem why we ye governance president Mahama ne kofa code of conduct de ma ye ministers na code of conduct ye musa so wo no a wo di so na ne family members ne na mu and you be some common into details
exactly
says you to abama obia so membu manya na the family members ni na mu ne ya ne ato abama the family members no ana ekufado be ye na enye ene jo mama ye me ye musa questions na mo adwene ye adwuma ni obia ntimi hwenu obia we ye boxer na so hu ode a koko we need titles magana e jan kwasasem no
tell them let them know
say ye can boxing dia betimi akabi e yin kan bi katache mfo asem boxing na ye ka soja fo asem dia ye ka police asem ye ka economy ho asem ye na mo aduru boxing dia market echi nka bi mo fa boxing nkosi Azerbaijan ho dia me nka bi Kosovo Costa Rica ho na me nka ho asem bibia within the nation dia me ka ho asem amremra bia ni ho mo pa mu ni matem kosi ha ade ba che kosi aga me amremra ni atem didi nsi dia be dia no so nkomo into detail Anthony Joshua na kwa yede ne beba ye gisan na Sharaf no ye se 2024 wa ye bi ne nyina e bedi san komo ti mon twema mu TV ni ade na mbenya nsem nso asawe ho general resume mu resume
Yohani no
Yohani
we said ya tumu bio
what ya tumu
say ka say aban de kontumpo
aban agojade a settings aban
kan we ene o kira ne aka bibi foforo
ntiyentie Yohani sempa etredu chichemu du nso e wona Jones de yenti
Danny.
Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses. The Russia-Ukraine conflict cannot possibly be responsible for the suffering we're going through.
A few moments later.
Despite the work we have done in stabilizing the economy, Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices and prepare measures to protect the recent gains.
Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses.
When you President Mahama, a war opposition, and was the MP before you saw Russia-Ukraine war. I say, economy no yes, Russia-Ukraine war. Was what a tro, yes, and walker. Yes, sir. And you tro, and you GTEC, and ne eto obama no no oba no so the 5 months a year economy a yenhunu bi da eti ko obaje 11 a year a city e dey 2 liter bia so ana enu achi a Israel and Iran wo mo ede ntokwa so mu na no saa wo no na e wo hode da na beba e bi say no ne wo ni history say mre bia atwamu Israel for ne Hamas ne ho ahwan wo mo ntokwa na Israel for susu say Iran for share eye Hamas for no achi a wo mo sponsor mo ni ade it is hard they will go after them ne dey keka e bi so a kire say saa wo no eye trade war e bi say ba bia Israel wo no strategically there is a trade route and no America for always want to have a hold of it. If there's America for any control of the Middle East, a China na be a problem among and it will be so China for Iran for Russia so tilted towards Iran and America tilted towards Israel and somebody they be na say better than to kwa missiles and esu and Sharaf Mahama say despite all the measures we've put together Ghana is not immune. Hey, Nakufado they know you immune one. Nakufado penso there. Russia Ukraine war na njimi nya adwuma. Na mo Iran. But from abebo ama akokotru ehwada ho. Why? Akokotru mbeda ho. Why from abebo? From abebo pa. Ana we ni so we you crude oil no. Agoja baron a free 62 no. E kosoro. Ya ka kire om say nyu om na ate fuo bia so. Adwama so no. Fuel price ne ba from to I think $62. Na enyina ho a it me to ba from. E bi ba 42 nyina de. Ana it me kosoro. E kosoro a e be increase the price of fuel. Say government and fund to so dia na ye scam aban. Or ye propaganda. So onya se bi mo now, okay, you increase the fuel price on the world market, but then again, we are not going to increase it in this country. What the presupposes me is that there's going to be a gap. It's propaganda. World market price of fuel, crude, a kosher, as it me affect it. And I'm quite why? Yemen American. War no so Iran is a major oil exporter. Major oil exporter in the world. And Russia also a major time when to question Russia and Ukraine. Now omo produce major producer of oil. I said the Iran is a major producer of oil in the world. The American just say it's to question Iran. It will affect a world production of oil. And we are there after there will be scarcity. It is scarcity, no demand and supply. When there is more demand than the supply, prices will automatically skyrocket. What the mission say? Economics, some call you cool and fancy one no, yes, a demand and supply curve. No. When there is more supply than demand, then there will be a price reduction. And when there is more demand than supply, then prices will shoot up. Yes, Adam, here to your draw when one near your curve when you say near the Inabishia, maybe a price and a supply this year. Yes, sir. Mekainina, Casti cool and a cherry. I was ya, sir. My bendy, my bendy, woman, hinty, Omoyano, much yamupa. Eddie, you may preserve my dear, what trust in our on cano correct. Nana history near Samumbiana and Saniako. Okay, so general, one more year no mubisa say. Now when you know would be in a bay. Machira one chira. Now I know so. While he was higher politics. General, the amount phone in him. The moon in there. And they say. The Omafa who dear bell crew with him, a frabrophone, and your woman come on a chassis. Tia de make yi na munsia na munhunu on padishia munsia mo amone mo nananom ntrase me nto by the fireside nkyeremo mo so boku nso mo mfa bi nkan timoti wi ase ye den wo so odi yokohene na yokohene no kwa ne sei general ye ni ade no enna no history me de mo mo ne say 1948 na ayi osu alatamanche your friend ni kobna boni the third tia de make yi wo no na 24th February crossroads tie de make yi wo mo ye no asojafo a wo ko second world war kokon ye na ayi Britain aban no e promise wo mo se mo kokon to kwana mo ba ye bama mo early retirement ne some benefit afi wo mo kwa bomba ye Britain aban no ati and governor na mfa mo ana wo mo nante so mo ko ayi ni ade wo mo koje wo ma de castle and on the 24 February crossroad shooting cooperative private or that telamti and the sergeant ajeti de motin en kanya de and wo mu ewu ye shoot wo mu wi like tienie na ohina no wo osu alatamanche so what the word awam you can so be awam what be that yes wa yam awam what be that oti ase onti ase ase ne say awam ne stand for a year Association of West African Merchants. She the make Awam Association of West African Merchants. Exactly. Na 1948. Na omo control a year trade route a free by UK ni adieba. And omo yes omo be stockpile a year product. They kind of hoarding. It omo hoarding na prices cost. Ni nyina ka ho bi ma ni kwobna boni the third. A year no see ye boycott a year European product. It omo year what in 1948 riot. We incited the masses against a West African merchant. Exactly. And not in Tokabai. Sa a year 1948 riot no. And not the lead Yama Mount Fonisha here asking for a year independence. You form UGCC. I didn't know Muabe year CPP. I did new Kobnaboni the 10. No, you're in it. And what year politics here. And there must be a hine. Ironically, when him said no, you Usuala Tamanche Yinano. When him said no, said he was Techimai. Now he never know. Techimai. Let them know. No, you cohin what Techimai. Now, for Masaba, you cohin make some children. Most why you cohin was a bedi a politics here. Ewa bra you cohin and a mamma far who dear by. Techimai you cohin. Nico Benaboni the Ted. Exactly. If some cranfoni dear Jadia. And you know, Betty and another mammy free. Techimai. Now, yeah, you could need. The catcher of Sa you could phone your Bian Obia and Mamoni. After Obio di Usuala Tamanche. No, said you cohin with Techimai. Now, maybe do you cohin was Santiago when I was on Tiasi. Mede mayuko nso free gabe ni yeminia ana mede kwa agona mena muani ade mekọ hwe na mba na yesi unsua amamra ni amania ne tetense munsua uwia na atwa madapa na madwene ne ntesa wudie no me bai me beye de obi anye to ye hene yoko hene ndem ya na medie na do ma hene o pedua na hene wo ye doma o ebisa doma na ye kuro ani ye ni ahini nkronkro obeye yeso obi ye kontre unsua de obi ye jase obi ye yankobia etimu madwene modwen se no ni ahini eye war formation precisely ya kokon ne form ye no fe yase ne form ye ti yakaso obi yankobia onko ba bia on ne hwefie educate them yakaso obi ye jase a won ne nsafo ne nyina hini ho ayahimfie ho kura no ni yakaso obi ye nifahene so ye nifahene dia ye kokon ye the right wing of the war precisely so ana so be benkum hina wo ye the left legend of the war exactly ana obi o ye konti se bantama hene wo ye konti eno mu ya mo se kontire ye ka kontire ye konti na se tutu ya babio odi kan ba ye no ana one bantama hene wo mo ono ne ko ye kosom ye amankwatia tia wone ne ko fe yi ase ko yi ye kan se denchira kosom ye no mo ko akwamu no mo da wo mani o mo ba ye no one ne mienu nyina no enia omada ne nua anu wo kokon na sacha mo kosua akwamu ne de nkyirafo ne wo formation ni ade nyina anu obo bantema akonwa ma no se saade ne wo no ekon ne ntima bo akonwa ya ma wo kwa wode anumfo 300 enum asamwa na ne die anim anu wode wo kwa anu wode wo ma asafo de nti asafo hene eya akwamu hene wo fa sante no iti kasa akwamu ne ye esoro ha na mom tamu ase tutu ko asantemanmu akodi ade no ana akwamu hene ama numu asamwali 300 soldiers leadi ye koye na sabi akwamu fo ne ade no no mo tensa wo ni dipa ne nya no ase exactly nya no ase ensa wo mu dipa no unsua ade wo ye ne ade nti doma hene kura America ka kire mo anya bunu ni me ka asemu ya monte wo tete bunu ni asante ntam nyina doma hene onya bunu ni ne nya bunu ni Dabi wonye bida mi ana mpapa no efse do ma hini ni nuane akwamu hene na so ye bunu ni dia da na ni nuane akwamu hene explain Doma hene wanya bununi so wo ye bununi dia anka ye da na ni nua na ye agugufo aduanafo doma hene ye bununi dia e da na ni nua ne kumawu doma hene ye bununi dia e da na ni nua ne asomanya enti etukotena wo ye ni ade no se wo firi akwamu no an wo tene ya ba bia ne kumase mo frɛ ne South Central e ho no obetena woni kwadwo mu hene kwadwo mu ne ye cultural center kumase cultural center Wamo ye ni ade no mo ne doma hene ne te wo obiri ye bu awuo ne ba ye na doma hene tu ye ene so okotena wampem na wamunsuo a da bono ne pam mu no okotena ti wampem no wotete ho an wa build doma amana ye kese enti okapa dia doma hene ni nchiri ni akwamu wanya bununi ti wa ya wo tete abonofo ni asantefo ntam ni ade maka kire me papa munya na asema abonofo mu ni asante nka mu ade me papa wo bia wo pa bunu so ne so adi enti ase ya sati we versus them na bunu fo no mani di so hene na so ono ade onya bunu ni wono de won kan bunu ni won kan honkura wo ya kwamu ni na do ma hene ya kwamu ni exactly yes wo ifra kwamu I make catch history no me chira na do ma hene nya bunu ni bom history hene eti wonya so wotete yi ni ade edi general ayoko hene ne de yedi yebedi ne ne yebedi ne china na yam so na himfie wai eti se okọ yagona se ye wa himfie kakra kasi wo no na ade achi a jasen so na himfie na nkọ bia so na himfie na kontre wo na himfie mo adwene mu ha o I'm not your regular guy. Don't be doing these things with me. General, a scientific training first na yen so. And they say abey nwotwe. Na history ni da bia memamo. Why? Ye wo country e wo jase ye say ni ade. Ayokofo pe ana kan ho. Fire. Nti munyimfiri wo. Yen ko reforms no. Omusua de ana omudidi atem dek omusua na menema no aba na dwene ne omusua history no money more history and the people with that knowledge of their history is like a bird flying without a tree to stand on. Eventually they will die. Munim baby amufri ba na beda hu baby amoko say ye na munim baby amufri ba dia akamba hu say akamfo ni nyina ya de ba ko na politics no ma sha ase echiche mu na mfante ni asante won tokwa ana mfante ni etachiman skafo na mu wa kan state ni mu no mo sha ase organize matches be kan akamfo na bom na munya kwasesem no exactly so ti yanko why if you are Schwarzenegger also what the secret to abonten if you no be asoma me na me nua ba no no masoma also ukra ha adwendo why you say when you wo agona ni ade obi asoma se bebo de sister if you also come ni papa o first me no anadwo bi ye ko ayi akramo no ya niam bi wo ho ni ade na afia na ya somsem edu ba bi ana na adwene no nso ye de ya onua no no afa na sa adwene ne nye sumende average no ayenko women MPP for reforms no ya baba Sharaf asem so we will still talk about it exactly so dek no amount of intimidation apu ebeka MPP no say ayedai ya the reforms aba so currently osha MPP call yawo a polling station and yawo electoral area now polling stations in here baby a yeto aba so wo su polling stations baby a memetuma aba wa ya afija sechere east it may use of afija sechere east na constituency na me de akere mo de yesi ye ba be ye now currently no yawo a 152 polling stations in afija sechere east so fa wo so e de ko de wutabre e de ko wiamuase kona odumase asaman akrofon so jamase e de ko bepoase buanim ni nyina wo kambo mu a police stations mako 152 now sa police stations 152 no now kodru police station bia no a e ye nipa num ana ye yi o mo so mo ye police station executive exactly chairman kwa hwan ni ade ni nyina and the MPP force one money nipa me no beka ho e police station it can offer if you just search the east for instance police station be nipa 5 it's 152 no it will give you a figure of 760 precisely police station executives ni nyina now you police station executives ni wi a omo ba omutime to aba ni beni ade electoral area coordinators it will far electoral area no say Agona West no Alhaji Hashim Adams ono wo ho ofa be pass new tower yes Ayuba ono so e wo ho dome Dumens ono so wo ho bedumase Montreal wo koduru wa emo so Kennedy ono so wo ho fori amanfo mu nyina e di se kwakudua wo mu nyina e du fa sa electoral area coordinators ya obeduru afija se kire isa 34 but I know say other constituencies were more or less you went free so na make masembra yi free so na bra da bi yi na bra eti o ye ni ade no omoye over your friend say 34 now one coordinator to one electoral area eti ka de be kan one 34 plus 760 it will give you a figure of I think 794 precisely. So by and large these were the people that vote and so now what the constituency executives you know say chairman ofa chairman chairman down school ho now what first vice anyas now what ba second vice now what ba secretary you can say Israel now deputy secretary wo munyina no wo mu ho Yakubu Halidu wo munyina Habila assistant secretary Habila na assistant ana poku frefre wo no ni ademia na menu adimosi wo ye organizer eti wo fa sa omo maka no a say deputy organizer amembu akofi general na make ho asem omo amu amen enwa mamu ofunti poku ya baba to aba odwane ko UK ko pa bibi bedi precisely MPP abeka ho ase na we enkrofobia o mo se me ba MP wa yi afija sechere east nti o ma sha ase edi me video se me kan nsem bi na no ne ade na de me kan no mutie ya nkan se ga aduri bi o yene na me kan ni wiem ana me kan man sam ne me ana me kan dem kan e bia nso me ana me kan fire Eti general, no, your assistant secretary, your organizer, deputy organizer, your youth organizer, we could do what Alpha. Alpha is warring collect work your money a year room collect and your man who you was shining to one any deputy, any idea any women's organizer. And you say so Cindy, you're two about man, one more for ya show me yet. Honestly, you can acquire I say yama more. More de sheso one sekina no more ye na do mo hweso ye ne namuana waba research and elections that is from pon in Nkrofo and san waba treasurer nana kwaku financial secretary ni ade and no never ma 15 17 in number and the MPP so more increase no ye be hwe it's now what they are doing is that per every polling station instead of 5 member per polling station only 2 making 7 so the figure will now move away from 760 to 1064 exactly now we no free wa the coordinators now no 34 say Besmark mo say Frank James and Bipua Besmark Bipua wo mo nyina no yi wo mo free wa na ko mo 34 and ye the 44 beka omo ho it per every coordinator electoral area bia no ye the nipa 4 e beka ho so say o ye nipa 4 per 34 coordinate a year that means it will be 5 electoral area. Exactly. So electoral area biano multiplied by 34 it will give you 170 precisely. We are trying to expand the electoral college. Expand it. They make what I say. After we are Yabama Kwaima former DC, former MP, former constituency executives, and no more holding positions in the party. If says will be by here former DC, will be by here MP. Now after ye free wa, who need say any decision making in the party here. It is wrong. Precisely. Obia Baba ye constituency, police station executive. After ye ni free wa, who ye take a decision with the party. One can hold it is wrong. It yafe ni be ma kwan ama sa nkrofoni nyina beba it will fair just secure East constituency for instance ye do mo nyina ba beka ho a it will give you a figure of about let's say 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Precisely. So,
Whereas in the initial stage, you'll be dealing with about 800 to 900 people, by and large. Now from 800, when it is expanded to about 1,500 or 2,000, it is believed that it's a limited expansion, but included in decision making.
Exactly.
You make what I say? If you say an MPP force will be reforms in urban, general fansa for winner now, the Electoral College will move from polling station executives of 760 using Efijasechere East constituency as the yardstick. Now, Omodia core a year 1,064. Then they will move from a year coordinators of 34. Now coordinators now about 170.
Precisely.
Then we are former DCs, former MP, former constituency executives, former police station. So it will really expand.
Exactly.
Now, as to whether or not these reforms are what we need, or we need mass expansion, and one repercussions, financial constraints. So far, I am in agreement with it for now.
Precisely.
But as we progress, we must be able to have every card-bearing member of the party given the opportunity to decide.
Exactly.
But you see, and you need a database, and you pentamwa yeni idea. General, we are no free one. Almost one of the reforms I deba, and they say, "Well, more me at waba entem." Now, Matisse say, "Be no more years." You better national elections, near to regional, near better constituency, near so topsy turvy. That means you attend at the end. And only you decide this. Omo decide this. So I am penny. They make ye. You decide this. No more decide this. So I am penny. Yeah, from for the penny. If you say the entire empire, say, Samunya to national organizer, to national general secretary, to national chairman, and send your to police station. When you so be beyond, or be controlling the whole process out to the last member. You make what I say. So be beyond or be controlling this process. And we don't want a situation where the party will be living in the hands of the bourgeoisie. The party belongs to the people, so we must let the people decide. It is not the end of correct. We decide this. Communication no ekoso say wo mo say ye beto national ni akoto regional wo mo timi nya emaso bibia sanso ni ho ne mom de o mo decide ne say Canada Japan ne ba wo mia ne brand champion ne yi kwabra Japan wo mo nkrofo ne kontokwa do party nsu yakọ akọ aba ye ni su biri ye hey no kure ye ni su biri ye agoja defeat was so massive. So we are not in ordinary times. We need extraordinary measures to deal with extraordinary times.
Exactly.
Now this is what we are doing. Ya pese mu janto kwano. Jennifer Pong. Wo peka ne dinti. Wa ko na your friend say Kofi Ofosu. Wono so peba umienti. Woni Jennifer ne ko ne ade. And yes, munya ni anya no mfiri hon tem. Na constitution no, MPP constitution no. The achira say you opposition dia. You beto aba not later than 2 years, 24 months.
Explain.
Now you beto aba Ghana da bay. You beto bio 7th December 2028. The constitution is you bet me ato a presidential candidate not later than it you bet me a net bet me a china name of many say a year 7 December 2024 2026
exactly.
That means what British constitution it's in another than Kokufado time I about opposition in 2008 by 2010 years I think August 2010 and year so October 2010 or so year no so benya ample time campaign. It will be more ye and news. Almost see Anton Tem. Me no more yakane. Saba yakane Japan supporters. Baumia supporters. Kwabene Japan supporters. Ombeja Antokwano. I'm not the party. Party ni here no. It's almost December 31st. January 31st. You bet 2 presidential candidate. Me no more yakane. Sa die wie na ye bedan na de anya no kore e maso na maso kina. Enti yem konkoto ne ntem. You be losing the swat in wine. You be winning so near a Jawa come in Abu. Namunyan to Quabibrino.
Bruce Lee for
Bruce Lee. Gobi, General. Sawa, it's Sania, Reforms by consul say youth organizer position first na would me 39 kura no wadi ene wo so mo ye free ho na wo mo de about 35 ma wo se bi kamu yi we me ko kamu ma na menyai 35 no say national youth authority no the definition of youth say 35 from 15 to 35 na youth na NDC for no mutimi ya no pariado kura be youth wo mutimi ya na yenti and there we MPP ni ba ko wo ye o hene say ye makwa mo pariado ye youth organizer ni akofo obi a wanya yi ni ade am so ya no de enka no kure ba sami okube ye youth organizer no na oni 35 eti ubetimi aye adwuma wa bra oni 35 wonnim ya onim yo eti we 35 na o mo mbeto aba ye youth organizer no se wo album ni mu nko ade a na wonnim fie 35 wa ubetimi atobi sa so na se wo ye women's organizer wo bepa obi a ye oba wo album ni so bia na betimi atobi eti regional no se regional elections a obi a wo region ni mu bia wo so wokoto aba se youth organizer no obetimi atobi so long as I win the 35
precisely
omuwie no se reforms ni mi se Tescom yabema Tescom for no first na Tescom presidents nkwa na eto na afen yabema Tescom patrons abeka ho etu fa Ashanti region for instance they are about 64 so 62 Tescom ni ade na concerns Ashanti regional youth for any reason and it says o makwan if the Tescom no obi o ha o free sunwane and o ba school kumase and o ba Tescom president and the patron na afen o ba 8 months pen o ba sa ko ni fie o si de bo no mra me decide ma manfo na te wo eno na o mo hwe ni ade ba yen hwe ni anya se betimi abibia for why now the reforms are there yeah expanded name see ya done in say obi beto national ansani abedu eno dia anya adwuma agosu ya ya make out say eno form for yempene yempene reforms no by and large these are the major critical reforms limited expansion say yeah be any ade afa yanto presidential candidate ade ntem it is not in breach of any law because already the law is there so we are following what the law says okay the law of the constitution of the MPP says that not later than 24 months except that when Frank Davis moved the motion per the constitution of MPP whenever a motion is moved say it must take 6 months preparation it will show moving of the motion 6 months in January it you know one movie is in December nanka bibia nko but the mrane man ho kwan sa it mrane dia ko January after January ni nyina yakohia ni ato aba one be winie party A party B General Secretary what the release aba it we no wo mo ye the Joe Wise committee no say Joe Wise na be ni ade and ya form wo mo committee say wo mo na e behwe so am ya yes and me nyina yeah mo mi antuni mfiri why ya wo be wini abe wini unwini nso wunwi ya ma 10 years kura wunwi wunwi deck ya ma 10 years kura wunwi why wunwi be wini nso be wini these are the critical major reforms aba and yama mienu ehia ye pa electing of the can I say presidential candidate exactly and this I beto aba no ade ne mienu national officers yamamba ako monto eyine ntem presidential candidate ntem ewom sa ya dane no aba beto national akosi form ne de enya adwuma ne enya adwuma chena if Samuel Sadia, do be winning national chairman, or ambition so be control the whole party. So, no one in Crawford Shemwa could see the last end. Today, we better transfer for 15 years. Yampanesa, Shabro Bonuti, Yampanesa, and the train. Why? That even primary sin the uncontempt. When we say, boy, they comes in the Bini, comes in the Mubini, when you campaign. Why? Candidate 20 years munya tem de die na monton fast you know amechia dumens Jamfi Isaac Jamfi mechia Boachi Isaac so mechia Alima to Sadia mechia munyina adwuma moye Frank mechia munyina Frank Jemensa de bia no twapon kuna oye yi ayantie du we must wanano me coordinator ba General Mosquito. We are Mwase. Why me could do a costra, many anti and dumone in a coy. Nti mechia mo nyina mo ye adwuma nso teacher constitution we are mo ase ono so ye adwuma ono se wonye coordinator ba de adwuma wo ye no de nti o se ai nana kwaku ne nase mo nyina mo ye adwuma mo nyere mo ho you know ayenso wo na yenko hwe GTEC nsa na yenko emra ni mu emra set GTEC eye act 1023 precisely. You can act no a se wo shemra wo parliament na parliament shemra de toso de tega so be act 1030 act 1023 that means the 1023 law ya pass Ghana's parliament it will for bit say 1994 act 494 act 4989 there's a mere toso 494 it will for bit say criminal and other offences act 1960 yes act 29 that means Ghana share here toso 29 no say be alpha act 25 the companies act in here mere toso 25 it's Ghana share from 1969 yenya fa hodi no ebesin de the toso 1023 eye mra set up GTEC na GTEC no madwuma ne say yanko ne yanko hwe eye dani enye we yanko de functions of GTEC under section 7L famiko section 7 no answer na adima 36 ni the criminalization of ade no ye can say tanko computer moye yati koma monko school enya hwe ejisa wo the doctor so wo ye professor so wo ye de yo emra ne say so ko school na nya sa title exactly afa me ya bedu ba bia ndc fo sori wo bia de bitu no so tanko computer ni ya dani ya ntententem you when free so na fa the other the right in bra afa tanko computer an wo de abase wo ye doctor sir ana GTEC atworo krata command say fatanko computer beto so ene omo ma ye ne ade na yese wo munyi title ndc fo no no omo sesa honorable ne doctor ne ade go mu so nso monko school aja obo so ko ba fo ana GTEC atworo krata na yenhwe so far enipa GTEC atworo krata dani follow me ansan ya komra na kura follow me yenhwe nipa GTEC Dr. Tanko computer wonye doctor babia according to GTEC if it's a GTEC ne wo eye tumia ebeka kire o say ye be redeem mra no what the constitution says so GTEC atworo krata e dia koma nkrofo bi say munya mo doctor ni yusu it's one co school na nyai to be a doctor you must have studied for about 3 to 4 years and some why a doctor by book na doctor no so ye beto so medically you must have spent the time of about 7 years as a medical doctor mo dia mo nko bi ko ya no download your free network so ai web so download it wachichire adwuma so a me Dr. Tanko computer obisa no say kinsu no kinsu no wa here ya hwa ye hu kinsu no wa here ono pa ne nimba bia kinsu no wo o say online so ye kohwe ye no achi ya no krechi ye na ye be hwa say ye criminal act na per act 1023 section 36 no ye be hwa say ade no Dr. Tanko computer ye no does it border on criminality and even in failing of forms that's how the question so your doctor our abra when your doctor oko criminal and other offences act 1960 anymore you forgery you were defrauding by false pretenses it is a when your doctor said you pay according to GTEC when your doctor and so there was your doctor exposed your home minister of communications say akwaya goodie there is only one computer just look at then you get a video no some judge very irresponsible character some judge very irresponsible character there's only one computer with a PhD or no PhD there's only one MP there's only one computer with a PhD or no PhD. Bra, Danny Bra. such an irresponsible comment coming from a whole minister of state.
Precisely.
When Obia would demand for any, say we know your gift for said dear boss. Now what that man for on your doctor and so a doctor. No man for any raise questions or they come and catch a man for no class or be an idiot for questioning him. And for a minister of state who should know better, he says that there is only one computer, whether you're a doctor or your doctor. We have brought a year democracy in the governance so low that people are no more held accountable for their actions. Obit me that man for on your doctor, also a doctor, and we get a minister of state endorsing such impunity.
Precisely.
Impunity. Say whether PhD or no PhD. So that means the arrogance of power. Just a man for a question, no. Or me and Kwasiafo. Yes, sir.
Fire.
You know, man for Kwasiafo. So more question, no. So a doctor now when you're doctor. Yes, sir. And these are the people leading us.
Precisely.
And so almost me and commercial. Okay, be true that Tanko computer. On your doctor. Daniel Fe young for Mama Kano, when your doctor no GTEC actual moment. For more picture about 20 years. One more picture 1 year. Coco, you page in so general the man. I was your first in the Fabato. After ye say Papa Professor Adum Ofori elected 1 year professor GTEC na mo pay professor and doctor no mo ko suku no dek mo ko suku and this mo ko suku so dey o ma download the ato mo professor when so honorable Dr. Desmond de Graft pay to say dey 1 year doctor GTEC say 1 year doctor onya yusu what the shane yusu nyina wo what pe campaign honorable doctor nyina wo de che so na wan ko suku a we so ye na akoyo ono so MP for wutu senya east ono so ye say na doctor na de ato no so say Dr. Felix na akoyo e wa bra onye doctor GTEC so wonyi then this di asemo a
expose them.
Anya by force. Shortcut abain. Omo download the doctor nessa. Won go school ko he. Now call you. GTEC so wonya yusu.
Expose them.
Dani for last one bra. Wonya sa ne bai. Tanko computer. And now no ba ko so doctor ya oba ya your man body. Wonya doctor so a doctor. Then this muko suku nu wia. Ebe ye dey. Ora Collins that way. One cast why doctor baby. And so Collins that they are competent enough. Let me hold the portfolio, sir. A minister of works and housing, minister of this year. By force says your doctor. Metia minya doctor. Me ko kasa be doctor. We make Kenya they say me we me masters no. Na me frame me yonku bi dey say dey nyumo. Na me ye na me say wo hwe Dennis me nko ye me doctorate na me nko sua law every Dennis anu anu di matter say kan kwase asem nkyere na what honorary lawyer da so honorary doctor dey bo na honorary lawyer what be da eti ko sua dey ntimi ma honorary apa na we me call kakra no law ni na fomo na wo sua ka me ye ajai na me frame me yonko ba ko na me yonko fo ndi o munyi ma adwene nyewu me frɛ kwaku osisa kyerɛ nam so kwaku ɛdeɛ no nyame gyae adesua no ano ɔden no obi sam sɛ na ya kɔ no from time to time nam so me kɔ no from 5 to anadwo 9 no se se ntu gyae a saa 5 to anadwo 9 da bia no de bɛyɛ dan nkwasiase biara de bɛdi ba kɔ kyerɛ ba bi atwa bi I guess so. Nemo mamenka was a uko wanko 5 years in the beba. Nemo aba the result of say otu asoko and say be for lawyer. And he said the result of say 1 to us 1 ko. And he say be anwa wen sama kidney say. It is the choices you have to decide. Exactly. Eh am say mame trust on makwa ampani ampa ye wura mu no. Aka 1 year ni ye wi. Enti monko school ni bi. O man ko bi entom ju se kadachie nko bi. Kadachie nso ko bi pa. Hey. Let them know. Hey, Makobio. Petit bon souci. Eddie, General. We say you are called level 300 in the law, Gempa law. You be we and check. Tomon Kobi. Namunwe. Downloading, no. Na GTEC war. The mandate say Oko section 7L of Act 1023. And if I make one read this section 7L of Act 1023, near share the criminal aspect of Adianwa a year no. And people must be prosecuted.
Exactly so.
People must be prosecuted. Then your first never 7L no. Now ready a year act 1023 no 7L ne ka bibi dani project in term na in ready na ye won sem bebre ka ye won sem bebre
Sa.
you know ana wan fa no ama no
Ni nyina wo.
e wo ho ye fast dani project in ready. Now section 7L of Act 1023. That is today. Yanko. The own project in a ready. Ewo na ye na fa de no to so na so kura Daniel no so on sentin na no nkrofo cast wo ye NDC ni.
We twa kakra.
Akwaje bribe o. It you be ready 7L no.
Dani project yanko.
So they are to so wo de ama no. Dani and I mean my fan to so. Wait, the message that you. Dani, wait, the Anyawa, come the Asamo show. Yabako 7L near ready a year 8L near Dinina. Dani, okay, maybe I told you project near ready near now already at 7L of Act 28, Section 7L of Act 1023. Or say, the regulatory functions of the Commission, which is GTEC, include to A, verify authenticity of all certificates, diplomas, and degrees upon request. The functions of a GTEC, maybe a mature criteria. As what authentifies authenticity. Say, you owe a tango computer. Or say, where you know a doctor for a certificate, you call a doctor Nebra. Fabra. And only a man and a children. Now, Oko 7 section 8 of Act 1023. Then he projected section 8, and media to see he projected. Na Yanko. Section 8, Nese, TNO 84D. 84D say the commission is responsible for the accreditation of na ebra 4 or say the commission shall A, that is yanka A nunka D no yanko D, regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles, including university, college, emeritus, professor, doctor, chartered, and related terms. That is the project na yen ready e ho no. You be ready section 8.4D.
Teach them.
You read sections 8.4D. So the commission, Najuma, section 8.4D, Namurino. Or say the commission shall D, regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles such as college, university, emeritus, professor, doctor. So your commission, Najuma. So Mobayasa. Now, commission so sa to me say, or recalling, say, wo a tanko computer, or my first or doctorate in Fabra. Ampa one for my. Now, you call section 36. Now, you read section 36. 1 to D. Na yen shade. 1D to G. Near radio. It won't say the tanko computer. It is a criminal offense. Precisely so. Then yen call section 36 a year 1D to G. So already section 36 or say a person or who tenye not yen call 1D. Then it zoom in. Let the people read. Zoom in. So it's section 36 1D. And then or say a person or who D refuses to comply with the request of information made by or on behalf of the commission. D denies access to relevant records for information made or on behalf of the commission. Denies access to obstruct a person authorized by the commission to obtain information. Provides information which that person knows is false. Or does not have a reason to believe it is true, commits an offense. A tanko computer, some information or the mark commission, a force, so he commits an offense. Exactly. Why are we not arresting him? That's some judge to work cancer. Say whether PhD or no PhD. Tango computer. This is criminal act, and he must be arrested and prosecuted. And so now my to so until now your mama cast 1 second or sister 1 second. Hey, when you remember now call it for no scam government. Criminal offense. The tango computer and then fire a criminal offense. under section 36 of Act 1023. And so still I know yet ha your mama so far nyehwe. On pamono. Some George be endorse no. I catch them for some of whether PhD or no PhD. He's still computer.
Just look at that.
Such disrespect, such arrogance of power.
Exactly.
Tango computer must be arrested,
Precisely.
prosecuted,
So. Exactly.
with his accomplices. Your man a criminal.
Exactly so.
And we are a nation of laws.
Per the law.
Per the law.
Precisely.
Now, General, yan sorry ho. Now, yanka a travel ban on Ghana by the United States. So there is a potential travel ban. So now the United States are banning countries. And they say almost say review 36 countries. 36 countries and Ghana to 16. Nani fair so Trump administration considers adding 36 countries, including Ghana, to its travel ban. Why na nti say wa wo pa America akono. Say Trump the Ghana for kan wa wonya bi nko. Munu ya no mo ho nso so ba Ghana ontimi nko bio. Donald Trump ade a wo pese wo ye no. Abi ebusa say na den wo pese wo ye sa. Dani to America ya wo pa ko nya bi nko. America so the heaven on earth. Hey, wonko bi a mo bi nkika ngwa asem nkyerɛ. America nko wo mo ma nko. Wo mo ni so ya Ghana ni nko de o ma kwan. He said Donald Trump ntromo ye na dwom forma no do me market ene makola for makola for na sa tonkra say ohene de pese ye wo no u kente no aye kra ye ne ade no eno no yes wo sen onyonko a wo town enti wo mo ye na Wednesday ne be ye ready enti main function next week Wednesday no mo dwadata enti next week Wednesday me ye na mo aten so tag Traders Association in Ghana wono nso afreme so ohene Boba ye ba swat say you know ya baba was ye nyina ye ba chicha onyoma na ka kire general ni kofi say show no mo ba won bia benya tutututu na mom general de bia mema ne tere kura was team na ba ni oba chi obi a show tutu e ma show mema show ni ade oba mu obi a tutu eti Wednesday show ni ye koye ne wo makola why ye kwa mo so aka mo adwene makola for man be ka mo adwene no mo so ye ba cha mo nioma ne ade sa ti ye gia ne dia bre street for eti travel ban ne beba ne ye say da be e de ne si na ye wo ha na Donald Trump ko ka asem bi na fe ma mi omoku Dani Fatoso na ma mi omoku de true so say Ghana is considering we will also Donald Trump better yanka go come back mommy. At the right time, we will take action. Vice President warns of Trump's say US aid. Mad aid to no man na Trump is with him. Have all music debut. After your Vice President say Donald Trump at the right time we will take action. Yes, you will come back mommy. Ebe ni wo na wo come back here. Trump is so madam. Hey. Wo come back here. Mami. Enti em so here na Trump say mo form to. Asema we aka me punish you. Afa yo wa na honorable John. His Excellency. Malam John Yohani. Malam Yohani nso say. And I know South African president wa call America ma Donald Trump Jojo no enti Trump's unfounded attack on Cyril Ramaphosa was an insult to all Africans. Yohane ne mami o general yo ekeka bani o ya be bane Ghana for obi antimi nko America enti o mo ye no ana ya sako wie se so no obi wo diplomatic relations you don't get hostile to yes anybody me baba ka kire msa ade na okuje to abla kwa ye no e wo repercussions
exactly
e wo implications bi so ultimate sorry na wa close wo embassy say because engrofo e adwuma ho no MPP 40 ye pay engrofo akoshe it matum ma shutting it down on the orders of Amatela We don't do that in diplomatic circles.
Precisely.
The moment you shut down your embassy, it is a hostile relationship you have with the hosting nation.
Let them know.
So the host nation for your embassy and your US government. And when you take such actions without having to engage them, whether through note verbals or through proper writings, it is perceived as a hostile relationship you have with them. And I mean, say Washington for a man be there is evidence to that effect. And before break him, Sabes Akurana or my Romunya. Jabaya said, we are serious. Oba ye was what call lanche, Black Star a year, event in a wine. Oba Sam Crawford. Meanwhile, Washington, baby and Crawford, see a black community all over the world. I will introduce a mirror of justice. You can black community all over the world. Okuja to Black. America has the largest our mukurasika financial power to come and invest. After Okuja to Black, yet was baby and Crawford bet me and Vesa Abakum. I shutting it down. I mean, Uncle 4 came. So a month for visa. 6 weeks, 7 weeks in it. And 3 months. A year, friends. All because of your recklessness.
My grandma just died in Jamaica. I am devastated. I want to go home for her funeral and I can't because of the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. I hope this message finds all Ghanaians and especially the Ghanaian embassy. I sent off my passport over 6 weeks ago to the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. to get my Ghanaian visa renewed. It has now been 6 weeks later and I have not received my passport. I have called the embassy, nobody answers the phone. I have emailed them, nobody answers an email. And when I'm online trying to get an update from their chat representative, they are telling me they cannot help me. You promised, and I paid for a 15 to 20 day service. It is now 6 weeks later. I have emailed you stressing that I have a death in my family and I need to get home, and nobody can give me an update on where my passport is. This is unacceptable.
We are unacceptable. General, what by Brofun Yana say, what the visa application kotum Washington. Why am if so could you say one no agreement? Why shutting it down? Time open will be. What kind of irresponsibility is this and recklessness is this? Is that how governance is done? Because in Kofor year more perceived to be MPP. TSC pay reason be pamo munina. Near the end is fokubo.
Exactly.
And then no se man phone into Kwamra. Black communities in the year of retain or Mumbra. Baby on Benya Vesa so kran way. So we should tria visa fee mawa or no contractual relationship. And when you are not able to honor that contractual relationship without any proper communication, you have breached the contract. So a breach of psychological contract. And you sit there and this is our foreign minister. And so Kufa the so or Cambro I said we foreign ministry wait. Washington. And when the name so mad Donald Trump say, and you 36 countries, you know, but only say Ghana mun serious to the more beka home to consider. I don't know. And yama mu ye nyina ma the brand Ghana no in the eyes of the diaspora no. Yama tantan sa. It imagine say black American be and I say African American be so wamra. Now we apply for visa. Now 6 weeks in 7 weeks. Onyaye. Most of them communicate here. Agoja. Ne papa muni. Where you am no. Afem be kan mate om tu bi ne hwe man. Ye be di mate ma dia. Kofa kofi paka wo se. Paka wo mo san nu sika no a. Say man nya antie say. Mu di mate ma ye sanem kakra. One district, one factory. Wonya bi amam bi. Ese menu ano mama munya adu. Sadiq Adam say wudi matem kakra. E ba bedru amam bi. Tuantu so dudu. Ese adwuma de memonya bi ayepa. Omba jiji ase kotu ni. No mudi matem. Na be sesa de bayi. Me mesi me bosi me yade. Na ma ba akura de na be no. Me am party ko de na be no. Sata mo bojem so kadachio ye hunu so bida kadachio ene Ateneshow mo dia kadachio nko onye credible mo hwirim enya credible obi onye credible na munya ne voice kaseti na aban ebo munya ne voice o kaseti na aban munya bibo Steve Wonder Eti mo pa America ko no. Baby abedi na we me yira send me warning. O se just Dennis Nkwan na encourage you ma call no. Na abeba ha. Eso ya assignment na ni adaje abeba ha. Ma me ka ho.
Oh fire. Oh fire.
Me huna mani o. Agoja. Eti yanya ni amra Sharaf asem so.
What fast Sharaf? Roman father Sharaf.
Dedi kan. Agoja. Bo kofi ayikwadun sha dem bo oja ye ni kakra na. Ye fam break.
Hwi ojaye.
Dani hwe me ne anko ni ade na ngosi hwe.
Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire. Foul. Amo fire.
Okay. Amo fire. Alright. Baby anyedi. Ana mo say dem akoka Sharaf asem. Enti dia bayi. Yanti bida. Boxers ne se dia yi. Ma men kan boxing ho asem. Na sports journalist for no se dia yi. Ma men kan sports ho asem. Ana morning show for ne etwetwe scam mo no. O mo didi katechi atem. Because ma akoka Sharaf asem. Na Sharaf de o moja cha adui na ho ahwan. Ojonso de crude oil. Magana. Kimi enka oni jomama asem. Akufo ba de e betimi aka wona na mamamuo mu a there is a problem with it. Na mom se jomama ba ene na mamamuo ni mu a there is no problem with it.
Precisely.
You picture free so. I'm not against or no boy no.
No, never.
I am not against him.
Never.
Let's state that record clear. It's not about the guy.
Exactly.
And make some catch it out. No offer. And then neck down. So now when you say confidence, so we can't say momenti minchwe na no offer. It confidence so buy you know. And my say when ni nua ba no. Lodina de men kana sem bi. Tomorrow Lodina men kana sem for a while. And was sad no offer see there ba. And me ko ye no. Come me ka bi
Roman father.
And you confidence so. Oh guy was even offer them be you the free. Be you know.
Ye offer see
and say no confidence you ba Lodina ne ayi we no Sharaf de me you omo free just that microphone ne oma no omo keka na me be school li omo why eti nya Sharaf na mom na konta ne dem yini free monye John dem yini free confidence so e ma bio e ma wa konta me yini free monye yi e so malam Yohane do na ebu man ti me yini free mo and I know say me ni me nua asafo JNDC kasa ono so wonso yi president Mahama free na am say na me yini free say esa fo je anti enye yi won na ebu man ti afi wo mo se makobisa se Sharaf nya sika wai na no kura no hwe ye passing comment
exactly
me ya na me am ka se won ba betwuma da pa eti ye nyai afi bi no so Sharaf ne papa ne papa nua na Ibrahim Mahama no mu wo sika deda na ku for de no mo de busuafo no mbo kube na no mo bo ansa no mo ba ba mu ahu na obi ane na ba ye chief justice ekufado na ne papa ye chief justice of the republic ekufado edu ekufado who ye chief justice of the republic ekufado papa ba ye president of the republic what is say nipa no mo ni what it takes to open a restaurant
precisely
tie dem kan ye hypocrisy be kumo
pound for pound
mo hypocrisy be kumo
exactly so
ebebo mo tiri so eno ye ka bi tie ekufado de no because it was wrong
precisely
this whole idea say you true abama obia dek na na busuafo ne namu saa and as a nation we are accepting that nonsense as a norm What nation is this? Yatu Abamobi. All of a sudden, we want to Irate foundation. Now, why? Omu opposition who foundation da. Nana Irate foundation. Now, the number a private companies so. Mumra me support it. It is a dream now. Why? One day to come and Mbeka say. I could for the $25 million contract. I'm an ebasu on Conco penti a year you were at work. I call you by a catcher muse. And you won't know a your contract here. Now your private companies na as soon as what's the one printer? What I want to be for a contract in a match. But I no kurano. Me will problem with it. If so, your president bar now call private individual so we call sponsorship. Private individual or interest. It was the who sponsor.
Let them know.
We also are watching Omunya Samon say be ya binding ma against them. And you the who it tell oil. So best sponsor Sharaf. By virtue of Sharaf being in close proximity with the president. Omudi who be yama amano. So how are we accepting the norm? Say so be papa be president. All of a sudden that person can be going around soliciting for funds from it will cost money 2 million Ghana cedi, 2 million 5,000, and you are using it as a yardstick because who for the
exactly so.
Sharaf on nina mamum. Sadenya Sharaf organize boxing. A year kama. It's boxing for say. Me and Kamwasem. It is even an affront. Adia we eyanim guasiama muankasa as a nation. Omaya yatimwa. Your Ghana Boxing Authority. Your Sports Authority. National Sports Authority. Your Ministry of Sports. Also sa Ghana Boxing Authority. National Sports Authority. Ministry of Sports. Sa huge national institutions. Omo to me organize boxing just a Sharaf na ko organize.
Hypocrites.
When you correct. So when I say obi use state power and they are building a ma and you're wrong. And they obi use state power and they are building a ma. Yankee and Oko Kaminia Sadiq Adams say you organize it be 2024. One name said 2024. John Mahama was a potential president. And don't forget, John Mahama has become a president before and now coming. So by virtue of so even former president in it alone. And no ma ye free be a influence peddling.
Precisely.
What it one amoke kan sem hu no. Secretary Chiako kan de enka bi da. Se Sharaf ye boxing ade no. Why ade? There's nothing wrong. Me kan kura me ka se nko why ade. Na so se de na no mo ye no. Ye bi some the same question. Mo se mo nti bi da. E de na mo nti bi da. Ma timi mutu bi na hwiama no because e Sharaf. Me and my say Sharaf no nyo no ne me target. I'm questioning e ye de ye no. Say ya de papa. Ya to ade abama obi a. All of a sudden abusuya for all near awura mamuonim. Yan konko video President Mahama chire de ntia wo si Bukom Arena. Yan konko. So you will realize that President Mahama ni vision na no ye president won say Obama Bukom Arena abeye sports a year boxing for ni nyina be adwuma.
Precisely.
Instead so be use state institutions. Ghana Boxing Authority. Ghana Sports Authority. Now all they build this idea no. Or the neba na lead their build this idea no. And almost me in question. Because they be why are successful? Yes, it is okay. Now a whole sports authority, Ghana Boxing Authority, and the sports ministry, Kofi Adams. So I want to me organize a year successful boxing match. And to me for Anthony Joshua Madia. And you most sure wanna Sharaf made the ministry there. Some funu be no. Omi asun kwa didi. Afi o mo se mentibida.
Fire them.
Cause Sharaf. The Kufuado badie. Okobi a restaurant. Ni a trantro restaurant here see 6 million wa. Mo ha money trantro. Emi agitum. Ya kan am say am pamene mo ya adwene. Kufuado ban mo ne na mama muom. If so yes adia. Yan konko he code of conduct no ono Jomama na nkasa de bai. E da ne hwehwe Jomama video. A wo ka say de nti o si Bukom Boxing Arena nie. It's a wo yes wo pese wo promote boxing. Make na no ayi mi aga se me nua Bukom banku. Ono so abeka bi. Asem na richi. Wa hwa ono wo ka no. Se mre bi obeka so ofili me pa. Eti wo ye no wani di matem. Omo maka no de. Ayi te pa si de tiri ho se bosompani no wani di matem. Ani asi Joshua Clotte ni ade se ne e ba hwehwe katechi ni abo no. Anya de ehia ni. Joshua Clotte wo obo boxing nya millions of dollars. Want you men fa bia ma me promote Ghana boxing. Na wasu ko no ma we wona na say wo mra me promote Ghana boxing ma.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Joshua Clotte is one TB da. Ade no so ye per lasting solution. It was China say President Mahama bani ni hwa. Obi antimi promote boxing bio. Ni you state institutions na ka boxers no mo ho atomo. E dey na make am monte ase. E dey na make am monte ase.
For pound.
Ade ba no. Ni en kan okure okure ni musa. Ah? Ade ba no. Dek.
Who is the mohini?
Enra na ye kufuado ba. Ye nyina kaseti ai. And ye Sharaf. And I'm saying it's not even about Sharaf.
Never.
It could have been me, it could have been General, it could have been anybody.
Precisely.
So it's not about Sharaf.
Exactly.
But it is the idea here to Obama Obia. All of a sudden ne bush your phone ramuna. Yeah. Also private institutions and a sponsor. It is Talo Oil. Now what's Sadiq Adams who free this sponsor here? It is Sadiq Adams can say can you mention okure? Say na wo churokrata akotalo oil or member sponsorship for sports ana. And yen free ho for a second. Let's pretend say your mama nye Sharaf papa. Ah, your president. It is Sharaf free churokrata akomatalo oil and go sponsor no. Even among kind of pressure. So by proximity to power, he is using it for other nyoma. Ya can was say you're wrong.
Exactly. So
Sekufado ye nenya and ne your mama by ya and yet
wrong.
Mosi yanki anuntu.
That's what they know.
Ghana Boxing Authority. Saudi Anthony Joshua beba ya asem ketwa. And the young yanko site ho. Danny, there is a video I made sure said you see Bookie Anthony Joshua make appearance. Sometimes what charge even $2 million.
Precisely so.
$2 million.
All the people.
Before so, and I'm going to buy the president free. They go free. Imagine this cash
Appearance fee.
Appearance fee. Or charges sometimes as high as $2 million.
Exactly. So
when you state institutions in Fanya. Most when you state institutions. Yabami Yabalidi. Anya the papa. Anthony Joshua one year charity organization. Oh yeah, event na peso bana manfo na ni be di akira. Said we buy manfo na ni di akira. Nemo munyusu National Sports Authority.
Exactly.
Munyusu Ghana Boxing Authority.
Oh,
na munya nsem hunu no.
Critical people.
Ajabeno no. Sharaf so and I know Sadiq Adams who no sports in the core report to say Sharaf no we footballer born Bobby way Bobby da bay and all of a sudden you champions and you see your boxing coach that or no near babel no see that be you wrong.
Exactly.
You must state institutions in championing. Sabe ya watching us your mama near Bemua. Still, I'm boxers and Mohammed Tomo. They can be Abuama. Moment to and I'm saying this year from one inti. There come was a day. You better run any album. And yet, you near one day corner award by record the chain Wababuno. Fakwa J, a title. And I got say, maybe record the chair. Then we remember me and I remember. Okay, I'm so now you'll be destroyed. Meaning why people are so fixated on being destroyed or being. Something must be destroyed anyways. Somebody must be destroyed anyways. Why do we live in a world where we feel so self-important? Say, Munyanse Muna Mutimira Obia. Sadi ya can't be now no Chera Kufuada. Sadi ya can be a Cheremo. Oba ya the Sharaf in the Mua, who took quite at the expense of the taxpayer. And now the Nekahoko. Mekaya na Jaya. Yes, sir. And we are accepting this nonsense. Abayenya to Abama Abayena, President Baya, Nani Wafasi, maybe a foundation, Nana, maybe a foundation, Nere Medbi. Oh, yeah, so there be a private institutions and support me. Why the names of private institutions? Because we are closer to power and you know, support you.
Expose them.
Sharaf Nuanka says, when you're President Mama, our president Ba, or Churakata, maybe a Bibuano. So, you saw Nuanka Sani position to intimidate people.
Exactly.
What's a yanka? Yanko code of conduct in a President Mama. I sure ya dema ministers. Our brother will know any so. Yanko 1.5. Code of conduct. Yanko 0.1.5.
Read it to them.
Near reading it was ministers more involved or more families, which were likely or is likely to conflict. Never more the Obama families and the number which is likely to conflict. And when in 4 years, Omone will ban the Diagoro. And your banner no penasem. By virtue of the fact that Obama a papa president.
Expose them.
It is all Kobusa Omubibia. Omuni say. Because one former president ba watching no President Mahama can say in all of these dealings, on far phone, Mfre will be introduced to Nebano. Is that no influence peddling? Is that no influence peddling? Are you not using the state or position as a president to influence some of these things? I feel you can't move Yanka. They come in Madapa. I'm someone come and Swamba Kama. And I hear the Sharaf and movie Bitiano. But the Sharaf for Yede, men want to quite. But they are wrong. A Kufado Banner year and they are wrong. Sakufado so no sin and this wadi unes obema creative arts na kosonya sa. It will buy na ne bano so work creative art. And no cassette here. And then your mama sin and this wadi unes boxing. Or buy and the banner eligi. And then the Muslim and cassette here. Muslim
Mr. Dreamer.
And the banner. Now you read the code of conduct. Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Eh? Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Now, what your code of conduct, Mama Mfona? Was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Your code of conduct, no. The President Mahama, the ministers, so was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Precisely. And may arise due to influence and power of the minister. The minister holds. So the influence and the power of the president is where Talomodi who ebe kwako sponsor neba. Yes, Montiasi, Montiasi. Pakawosi, we na make a Dietiasi. Also may arise due to the influence and power of the minister holds, both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a member of the cabinet. B, may be pecuniary, that is arising the minister's direct financial interest, or non-pecuniary involving a family member or close associate. So, a family member or close associate, it will be perceived as conflict of interest.
Let them know.
We are private individual, may sponsorship, we are private in may sponsorship, and you say we should continue as a nation with this behavior. Is that how we want to build a nation? If you are president to be our bar, the barba could pay BB keke, well, and you're boxing, inside now on your creative art, and then the way the boxing. But I could be a bar. One of the Yanis what to what you draws mama. As was one woman, one panty. It's a private individual, so moment I'm sponsor. I've a more sponsor we are. When you're 10 million, no, the more once depend more kwakoye. No, keep it the aka. So using state power to build their own children.
Precisely.
And most say no, me I accept it. Because me I am me. How is I am here?
Never.
President Mahama is so generous. You want to be done. The entire young one is to be done. Obi Awabe a former president. Now also buy it. Obey president. It's even when you're former president, enough to influence some of these things.
Precisely so.
It's your year in 2024. Oh, he's a decade of Sharaf when you never president Mahama. Anka Oba also be person that card. What kind of Ukrainian you want to be our soon going to you can read 1 point. Identify the other one. You reading near rally. Point 1.53. You can go read the rally. Was the interest of family and personal friends? Public perception is critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability. And you know, President Mahama, the code of conduct. Also, public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. It is a President Mahama Yahweh say public perception is a critical factor there. What does it send to the public?
Ask him.
I'm sure code of conduct. President Mahama de Troy. It was the ministers. They more no than the bendiso.
Fire the president.
Above the law.
Or a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend that derives or is perceived to derive. So it's not even about deriving, but the perception of deriving.
Exactly.
What President Mahama say? Minister or more family members, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or a personal friend derives or is perceived.
Educates them.
It's perception in itself is enough. What's the ministers in this? Perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. It will be in a Is that not a perception? So we use government, you know.
Exactly.
After we see ministers in condition, what kind of country is this? Koto de budget. And until you train apia, a track at the tiada pa, a mucha memada pa. One for intellectual firepower debate,
exactly. That's what we want.
Monfa yes superior argument mra.
Precisely.
Na kwasiani abua na baga biga no watetana na ngadi pantana ngonya dai. Oga masi wanim sai didi mematem. Onsia de.
Onsia.
Ogabi ontia baga biga kan baga biga sa 16 years. No intellectual firepower.
Angels. Angel ben and no benanti.
Angel ne we nante.
Be say be more hini.
Me de me ne no na wo ye menua aye di ayi ne ayi wo ko ka me ho asem na ho ye me hina me mfa course bi na be me mfa course bi ho ahini se wa ko tena wo di matam ni ade I won't come in that lane with you koko sua de
Precisely.
Sua na me ka ye no so there be when em border on conflict of interest name my border on this it borders on that it borders on this then you bring another argument I'll bring counter arguments and ye no
Precisely.
yes and endek won sua wo have a bag bigger like you. And we've gone past that stage. I am above that nonsense. What I say? It's Monsieur dear. We me and me prove ya cheremo. Code of conduct 1.5.3. Now we see interest of family and personal friends. The perception of people derived in the Quran is against the code of conduct. The president mama do any mabet me and nemu. Nemo ministers and man no mu no menenemu. No more. What kind of country is this? Sharaf, it's got nothing to do with you as a person. Let's get that clear. I don't hate you. Now you see me yupuku. For MPP. That's why I also say you support a good thing. Why does it mean you support a good thing? Mrs. State institutions were what I see usual. My governance here full load. More cheap governance in this country. You accept stupidity. Or in the name of say, Obi a toa bamobia. The bush and phobia me abeguma ya dompebia. Ni atoa bamo. Not because you people thought say a problematic. It was because nyamona na mo benefiting. Tiafa yamam kwana meye the same thing or even worse. Eboa. Afi ye didi me matem. Na tem didi be stop me. Muntia. Munya na krokro ni ade no kwa ka no beboa mo a chen de mo ye no ehunhura Joshua Crotty o se ni di no muntimi mu obi a ja no kan fa asem kona me akwan mo ma yam build institutions o china se Sharaf ni ho na president Mahama ni ho a boxes no be da survive
Sharaf just studying na
Ave me na me kuma mo no mo sa kikansem hu no se if you don't know when you talk about boxing, now the boxing is a Kosovo.
I am a punk sabu.
One eye in a punk.
Joshua Crotty.
Joshua Crotty. Also grab me up. The boxers, no, you got this clear. I'm not against anybody helping you to promote. I'm saying we should use the right channels.
Told them.
Let me go there. Sharaf 70, and they make sense to you. Abu mianga za mabu awo na no obonyom onte de make we ase na abu de na ante ase yesi ya bronkuma egu nhire na kura na etikuma kodu na be so bribra eti amemo ne hyase no de mo ye na be kire se de mbe ya akoto aso na mo kwan mo ma mo wo fa ase na mo na no mu rewura mu a e be do ba bi o kenka ti obi an fana semonko enwura ne de munyai me Sharaf de kura negdan so frame nka me jaika ne mo me hwe mo ho hinti masa betu mu nkyene mo bi enwura mo pa yitua sika mamu a wo pa ka wo se maka san bi na kwa jam kwa sesem no mama wo nya sika say week bia week on week fele so fusku achi be homo be mo bia di
Papa bi
me bia djuma mama
on district 140
o say o sorti omo kadechi 4 years ni ba wo say aka 3 years 4 months e ba wa o
papa bi
be wa papa amontimi ensumu dia say di ensuo to ye sa na wia bo a won wa wia bo free from da na mo dia mo yakufa do tia me yenye mo kwa mo kan kwasasem bi a ne mo agyapaafutuo aba darling boy ye makwai baga biga ye makwai you cannot come to Jawa No necessary. Mugabe, you know sense necessary.
Precisely.
They now we first no kwana nyansa said now be chira na obeye o kana chi jaja ne no kwana nyansa na go travel sugar ana be me dey after all me no mienu yenim say ba ko akasa ko jail me nko jail wakasa the difference is clear.
It is clear.
Do nim nyansa ri do nim nyansa na manfo nim do yakwase na do anya kwase manfo nim
Sapepepe.
na wo timi di akufo do amemo na tam sa me bro akufo do nua nyina okrom a sata na em de and na momo se mo ba after me
Short memory people.
me bro akufo do nua wo
Precise.
and de na o ka no kore and de me ka bitia jo mama ban me ka no kore I'm going to say no kore wo mo no mu ana and I'm going to decide who has credibility or not and never could be a mini ba ko GF ni bia me hu the video was mo se kateche nya credible kateche nya relevant and so nya kasa ya na mo hira mo sa wa 1 week asema m kan Saturday ni awe mu awe dey so kwa na passing comment o mo tin ma sha da ambulance service dey na to Yabasaba ambulance service audio ni mo so you see won wo we nkrofo yire on office na dia and some mo o timi nkofa so masaba you know I for the records and we'll keep the records going. No fear, never. No intimidation, never. No amount of intimidation never. Will go us into silence. Me nipa me na wa me nsuru me ko afriba yoko hine agona yoko hine when royal me dey you remember me na me ma me agosu abenu wa no nim say ne ba no kura me ni 20 years say na me say ha adwen no be nyamo na mu decide if say dey am be hye kura say mu dey ba be say me no eno na be pejama kudu greatness
exactly
to be antimi nyame hwe
never
se bi onyakopo twedi ampo se mebre ne so a eduru a chuo keteki na ma de wiase ase na me ko
precisely
if say wiase amete no ye mo ye bia e be ye de e be ye what will be exactly. And then I'll call Latin case when you say key Sarah my name still remains and forever will be what you know. I won't mention it. Bye bye.